Hi, and welcome to Deepwell Archival Services. In today's brief 5-minute video, we're going to discuss Active Archive technology, formerly known as HSM or Hierarchical Storage Management Technology. We'll look at how Active Archive can be utilized for the maximum benefit of the end-user imaging organization. We'll look at what is Active Archive from a high level, and then we'll drill down into how the Deepwell vendor-neutral archive solution utilizes Active Archive technology. So, we look here at a typical PACS storage environment. We've got the PACS system acquiring images from the different modalities in real time. We're storing those images on a primary storage architecture, typically a NAS or a SAN architecture. Now, this is typically a fault-tolerant, highly resilient, fairly expensive storage architecture, and rightly so. Okay, this storage architecture is designed to store the study information throughout the diagnostic and treatment period of the patient. So, and usually we've got a second tier of storage. Okay. And this secondary architecture is designed for these long-term retention periods that are required through regulatory requirements, HIPAA being the most notable. So again, you've got two different storage architectures here, primary and a secondary storage tier. How would Active Archive, from a high-level perspective, play in this type of an environment? Active Archive implies the intelligent automated movement of file data throughout multiple tiers of storage. So, from a generic high-level perspective, Active Archive software implementation would imply that file information is being moved from a very expensive primary storage tier to a less expensive secondary storage tier. Okay, so. But bear in mind, with medical image data, this information, even though it's a 7 to 25-year retention, has to be readily accessible and available. So a little different than the rest of the world, from an Active Archive perspective. So let's discuss that. Let's discuss how the Deepwell solution utilizes Active Archive technology, specifically for the long-term storage of medical image data. Okay, what's happening here in real time? Let's look at it. Okay, diagnostic study information is coming in through the PACS, getting stored on primary storage. Now, we're DICOM 3.0 conformant, so we are configured to automatically acquire that study information in real time. Okay, as soon as we get a hold of it, we're going to write multiple copies out to multiple deep archive storage centers. Okay, these deep archive storage centers are going to give our on-site server an acknowledgement that the diagnostic study information has been successfully sent to Deep Archive. Okay, so again, let's look at that diagnostic study data. Comes in, gets stored on the very fault-tolerant, expensive primary storage, gets acquired in real time by our on-site server, and gets written out in real time to multiple deep archive storage centers. Okay, now we're using Active Archive technology in our deep storage centers here, as well as in the on-site server component. How are we doing that? Okay, we are providing what we call automated data migrations in real time as a background process, completely separated from the PACS. Okay, so the Deep Archive does not affect what the PACS is doing in any way, shape, or form. However, we are ensuring the longevity and the long-term preservation of your diagnostic study information by constantly providing refreshes. We're constantly moving that data to latest, greatest storage technologies. Okay, so every time we get a confirmation of that the diagnostic study information has been successfully sent to Deep Archive in multiple locations, we'll notify the PACS through DICOM storage commitment, that information has been successfully sent to Deep Archive. That allows a PACS administrator to then free up storage space on this expensive primary storage for new diagnostic study information. Now remember, that data is still sitting here readily accessible in real time on site by the PACS in our Deepwell Tier 2 image cache. So where's your data? It's sitting here, in multiple Deep Archive storage centers where it's constantly refreshed, for purposes of longevity to latest, greatest storage technologies. We're allowing you to free up space on your primary storage while still giving you local access in gigabit speeds to all that study information. So what we create is an always available, always reliable, always secure storage environment, and we do it for a one-time ingestion fee. So we're providing value add by allowing you to reuse this primary expensive storage, as well as giving you multiple ensured reliable copies in multiple Deep Archive storage centers as well. So to kind of encapsulate here, we just want to give you a review of how we're using the Active Archive technology in our solution. We hope you enjoyed the video, and we hope to see you next time on the next Deepwell presentation.